people? It's me, the third wheel, Rick Serrano the third from the Wrestling PPV podcast. And do I have something special for you? Celebrity video messages. You can request a video message from a celebrity for a personal connection, a shout out for a birthday gift, a wedding gift, a Christmas gift, a Valentine's Day gift, any kind of gift. You get a celebrity to send you a video message. Choose from hundreds of celebrities. Enter the details you want the celebrity to mention, and you get to pay safely and securely with PayPal or any debit card or credit card. You will receive an email with your video and downloadable links as soon as the celebrity recorded your video. Most videos take between 2 days or 2 weeks to complete. The best part is a percentage of the proceeds go to charity. Get video messages from celebrities like the $1 Million Man Ted DiBiase, Kurt Angle, Jake the Snake Roberts, Austin Aries, Booker T. Tell me you didn't just say that. Oh, I did. Rob Van Dam, Mick Foley, DDP, and other celebrities from Game of Thrones, Breaking Bad, The Walking Dead, Star Trek, Star Wars, the UFC, NFL, NBA, TV stars, movie stars, musicians, and more. Just click the link below this video and you will get a celebrity to send you a personal message today. And don't forget to check out the Wrestling POV podcast for new episodes every Saturday on iTunes, YouTube, and Podbean for free.
That is not suitable for some audiences. Viewer discretion is advised. Warning, wrestling POV's content may contain language that is not suitable for some audiences. Viewer discretion is advised. Warning, wrestling POV's content may contain language that is not suitable for some audiences. Viewer discretion is advised. Warning, wrestling POV's content may contain language that is not suitable for some audiences. Viewer discretion is advised.
Jesus.
Why are you talking about peepees, man?
Peepees and ding dongs.
PPVP.
And ting tings.
Ting-tings. Love me.
They love Rick. Wait, what?
I mean, come on, that wasn't that funny.
Oh shit.
Gonna stone my boots in the
It's growing.
Good.
Yeah.
And you know, like
So
I said,
is your nose.
Jesus Christ. Fly from freaking Mexico over there and we'll go toe to toe. Trust me, I
It's
will get out
New
of fucking
Mexico.
whatever the fuck I'm at.
to license.
Maybe wishes the 619 was a 69. Maybe it's the hairline that he has that throws you guys off.
Jesus Christ.
But Baron Corbin can't afford me, alright?
Because Alexa is a bitch.
Blah, blah, blah.
That's I'm playing with Patrick Velveteen Dream.
And you're nasty.
And then you got Nikki Cross, who's the shitter.
If I pick anybody other than Ember Moon, then you can take my nutsack.
He was just like, I'm not. I was like, really? And he goes, yeah, really. And I said, really? He goes, yeah, really. And that was all the conversation. But anyway.
All right.
It's the Wrestling POV Survivor Series PPV points game.
To license.
He sounded like Tony Diaz when he lost his title.
What the fuck?
Oh.
Here's your headline.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Wrestling POV. I am your host, Tony Diaz, along with Mia Goody.
Hola, shalom.
And the third wheel, Rick Serrano the third.
I'm not like most girls. I mean, hey, people.
All right, and our intern, Miguel Cole.
Hello, how's everybody doing?
How you feeling today, Miguel?
I am feeling perfecto.
Nice. Oh, can that be a hint? Is somebody going to be perfect this weekend at the Wrestling POV pay-per-view points game? That's right. We have that. It is on like Donkey Kong, bitch.
The PPP game.
Yeah, no, PPV, not PPP.
What?
What do you think the third P?
PP?
Jesus.
Why are you talking about PPs, man?
PPs and ding dongs.
PPVP.
And ting tings.
Ting-tings.
Hey, I can talk about the team.
That's oh yeah, that's true. All right, so yeah, we got lots to talk about, man. We got the NXT Takeover too later on today.
Hey.
Yeah, you not what? You guys are not hyped for that?
No.
It's the War Games.
Yeah, the War Games I'm hyped for, but with them, I don't
Come
know.
on, man. Aleister Black is gonna be on it.
Oh yeah, more like board games.
Unbelievable! I can't believe you
Mr.
guys.
Rick, I love board games. Board games like Monopoly. Sorry, no. See, no. Oh God.
Jenga.
Jenga, yeah. Sure, why not? All right, so yeah, we got the NXT Takeover. We got the Wrestling POV Survivor Series pay-per-view points game. We also got SmackDown Breakdown. Lots happened there, and we also got Raw notes. We got your newsrooms, injuries. We got all that coming up because in a few minutes, especially because I just wanted to put this out there first before we actually start the show. Now, I've been, I listen to the competition. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, I really do. I got to see what's out there. I got to see what kind of competition. And one in particular kind of pissed me off a little bit. Well, there's two. One of them we know who it is because he's just constantly stealing our shit. And I'm getting really pissed off. And, I agree with you what you said, Rick, that if you're going to take something from us, at least give us the recognition. And I'm not trying to say anything that we're better than any other podcast. I'm not saying that at all. But the numbers do speak for themselves. I'm sorry to say. We reached over 30. We had, I don't know if you saw this, Rick or Mimi, but we had over 100 followers in less than 4 days. Mm-hmm. What the hell does that tell you? In less than 4 days.
People love me.
They love Rick. Wait, what? It's crazy. You're late, Miguel. Are you still sick?
I mean, come on. That wasn't that funny.
Oh, shit. So, but my thing is like I said, and I'm not bragging about it either. I'm just saying where the numbers are. So now we're at Facebook. We're at over 3,100 followers. And Instagram, we got over 6,000 followers. Mm-hmm. Like I said, Twitter still needs some work. But
Twitter's growing. Twitter is growing, though.
Is it? Good.
It's growing.
Good.
Yeah.
And like
so
I said,
is your nose.
Jesus Christ. So once in a while, I like to see, look at the numbers. But the one thing I don't like is when another podcast try to say that we're mean or we're bullying or whatever the fuck he was saying. It pissed me off because I'm sorry to say, don't come at me, don't come at the show. Because it's about myself, Rick, and Mimi in this show. You know what I'm saying? We all run this game. It's not one person. We know what the fuck we're talking about. I know what the hell I'm talking about. Rick is in the game now, so he knows what he's talking about. You know what I'm saying? You might disagree or not disagree with us. That's fine. I really don't give a shit, to be honest. No, I do. I take that back.
It's your POV.
It's their POV, and that's fine. And that's what makes the show, because like last week between Mimi and Rick, you guys are arguing like it's nobody's business. But that's what makes the show. And I'm happy to have shows like that. We don't call... like you heard me mention about fans and followers and stuff like that. I don't consider you guys fans or followers. I consider you guys supporters of the show, which I really, really greatly appreciate. And I know Rick does, and I know Mimi does. And I'm not, like I said, I'm not trying to brag about the show.
And Miguel does as well.
Yeah, Miguel loves all of them. But
yeah, some of them are okay.
Jesus Christ. But every week we do this. We take our time out of our lives, our personal lives, to do this show, and we have a fun time doing it. But don't come at this show and trying to say that not that our shit don't stick, but don't try to say that we're trying to bully you or we're being mean or whatever. If you think like that, take your freaking 100 followers and shove it up your fucking ass. Okay? That's how I look at it. Fucking, do your history in wrestling too. If you're really going to talk about wrestling on your fucking show, then do it and know your fucking history. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Learn your fucking history if you're going to do a fucking podcast about wrestling. And I think I said the F-bomb about 5 times in a row, which I never do.
And it's 85 followers.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
It's not freaking 100.
Well, whatever. I even gave him the benefit of the doubt, too. But don't you
Probably
dare.
half of his family anyway.
It probably is, but don't you dare come out trying to act like, that your shit is the best out there. Don't be fucking narcissistic. You know what I'm saying? This podcast is about wrestling. It's about people's point of view. And I'm good with that. I'm fine with that. But don't be narcissistic either. And then try to act like, no, I'm sorry. Because I'm telling you right now, if I hear it again, I will call you out, and I might fly from freaking Mexico over there, and we'll go toe-to-toe. Trust me. I will get out of
Mexico.
Whatever the fuck I'm at. I will freaking go toe-to-toe with your ass, and you ain't going to like it either.
Wow.
Yeah, what he said.
Shit. With that being said, let's go over the wrestling news from around the world. Take it away, Rick.
All right, before I do that, let's kick it over to Miguel Cole with Email Miguel. Okay, I'm back.
You know what, Miguel? Before you go any further, I missed you.
Oh
last
my
week.
goodness.
I missed you last week.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Jesus, balls.
Okay, so that wasn't the soundboard.
Oh.
Okay, so again, people, if you want to email me your emails, just send it to me. I'm trying to remember. Miguel Cole, WPOV at yahoo.com.
Yep.
And then I will read your emails on the air. The bad ones too, but there's a lot of good ones. So
Yeah. But see, and again, like I said before, but that's what makes our show. We'll accept the bad criticism. I'm good with that. I might tell you off. Rick might tell you off. I mean, he might tell you off. But hey, we'll welcome that shit. Go ahead, Rick.
Okay, enough of this, Mr. Tony. Okay, so Jackie from Harlem, she asks, what is your all-time Survivor Series team?
Ooh. Jesus, man, I don't know. Nothing really sticks out. What about you, Rick?
If I'm assuming it's like our own picks, so like who will we pick? Well, I'm gonna go with that. All right, Jackie. If it's not that, then you email us again. But I'm going with if I had to pick 4 guys to be on a Survivor Series team.
To me, nothing really.
Bret Hart.
Of course, Bret Hart.
Bret Hart. CM Punk.
There he go mentioning that boy again.
Oh, if you're making up your own?
Yeah, I'm making up my own.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna go Bret Hart.
Just have her
CM
email us
Punk.
again because I get the question. It's just nothing really sticks out. But yeah, if you go ahead, make your own, Rick.
I'm making my own. Bret Hart, CM Punk, Chris Jericho, and Mr. Perfect.
Wow, that's a good one. If I
one.
were to have my own Survivor Series team, I would go with Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Rock, Undertaker. Let's go John Cena. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I'd
wow.
go John Cena. And you know what? I'd go with The Miz. That would be my 5. What about you, Mimi?
Wow.
Pick 5.
Wait.
Because we don't understand her question, so she's going to email us back.
Right.
So we're just making up our own.
I would pick Jackie.
Okay.
Hold on a second. I'm thinking.
Don't think too hard. Your brain's about to explode.
I know. I would say Jackie. I would do Eva Lise.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, okay. There's Lita. There's Sexy Star.
Well, yeah, definitely Sexy Star.
Throw her in there. That's
Yeah.
one match she did, man.
Oh my gosh,
Jesus.
she's a beast. Lita and Moolah.
Oh. Okay.
Okay.
Interesting.
Oh, yes. Very, very interesting.
Shut up, Miguel.
All right. Well, I hope that answers her question. I mean, if it's not, just email Miguel back. That's all.
Miguel, who would you pick? Oh, that's simple. Ryback.
Why are you still on the Ryback?
Well,
I mean, why not?
right back by himself, he'll get killed.
He would kill them. He would do the killing. He would do the killing. Please.
Yeah.
You still don't know? Come on.
Wow.
Oh damn.
Man, don't you wish he was sick again?
I know, right?
Jeepers, man.
All right.
All
You
right.
know what?
What else
With
you got?
that being said, let's get into some birthdays.
All right.
All right. So this guy is gonna wish that he can do this year over because he may not be having a good birthday. Leo Rush turns 23 years old.
Who was it? You got cut off.
Leo Rush.
Oh, Leo Rush. Yeah. They didn't release him, did they?
No, they did not.
Oh, they still kept him around? Okay.
Yeah, so, but the thing is, did some damage to him, so hopefully
Yeah,
he
it
can get
did.
out of that, but if not, wah, wah.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah. And our last birthday, Kalisto turns 31.
No kidding. Good for him. Yeah, you know what? That's about where he is. It's hard to tell without the mask, but, you know.
You know, I was looking at him with that mask on, and they had like a close-up of him, and I was telling my wife, like, yo, that's probably one ugly dude. Because just from the parts I could see, I was like, yo, that's one ugly dude.
Yeah.
So,
It's true. I mean, I love Rey Mysterio with the mask on, but when he takes off that mask, I'm like, ooh.
He looks like a little kid.
That's why he's like, ooh.
what?
I have no idea.
But you know, with the
Alright.
mask on, I said, ooh, he's so sexy. He's so this. He takes it off. I'm like, ooh.
All right. So, all right. Happy birthday, Kalisto. Jesus Christ.
Mimi wishes the 619 was a 69.
Hell yeah! Oh, I'm talking about.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
no, that is nasty.
That's nasty.
All right, it's now time for the wrestling news from around the world. All right, guys, sad news. I know you guys are going to be upset about this.
I already know.
The chinless one, James Ellsworth, has been released.
Yes, he has. Thank God.
Oh, listen, the guy had a hell of a year.
He did.
He made a lot of money.
He did.
Action figures, T-shirts, toured around the world.
Yeah.
He lived the
Sure, I
dream.
give him
You know what? He did live the dream,
that. Yeah.
and I congratulate him for that.
But you know
But
what?
it's time for you to go.
No, you know what? I kind of disagree with you there because I think he was workable. He was teachable. I think they could have used him as a manager, but I just think they used him in the wrong story with Carmella. You know what I'm saying? Because I gotta give him props. He has okay mic skills, not the greatest. They're okay. So they could have easily worked with him.
Exactly. Not.
So that's just my POV anyway. So.
Well, keep living the dream and keep wishing you were back. But it was time for him to go.
It was time.
Well, let's just say this: Mr. Rick has a better chance of getting into the WWE than Ellsworth coming back.
Oh, that's true. Ooh.
Damn!
That's messed up.
Wow.
All right, sure.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Next up, Jack Swagger signs with Bellator MMA and will have his first match in 2018.
All right. I hope he does better than CM Punk.
Swagger?
All right. Enough.
Swagger?
Relax.
Jack Swagger.
Jack Swagger.
Yeah, we know Jack Swagger.
Yeah, but
Suck his ass.
Swagger, he is a better wrestler than
Then who? CM Punk?
CM Punk.
Oh, I know the CM Punk. Oh. Boy.
Maybe he should fight CM Punk.
Yeah, he should fight CM Punk. What the heck is that?
What? That's the headquarters.
Uh-oh.
Are we in trouble?
I'm sorry.
Did I piss somebody off?
I'm sorry.
Oh
With my
man.
rant from the beginning? Mm-hmm. But you know what? I don't give a shit.
What?
I don't know.
All right. Well, I got a story about Bellator. We'll talk about it later on in the show. really, really interesting. Next up,
Wow.
Don't be so stupid.
Go ahead.
fish.
Yes, I'm finished now.
Right for now.
All right, next up, Justin Credible is proud to announce he is clean and sober, and 2018 is going to be the year he will redeem himself. He retired back in 2015, but it's making it seem like he's coming back to the ring. He also thanked Vince McMahon, Stephanie McMahon, and Triple H, and said the WWE Wellness Program saves lives.
And you know what? That's the one thing nobody recognizes the WWE for, is that even if you're not with the company, they're still willing to up the bill to send you to their rehab center.
Right.
And they never get recognized for that. And I wish they did. I wish they were, you know. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe that's not what they want to. Who knows? But even with Jeff Jarrett, you know what I'm saying? When he went in, WWE paid for it all. You know, they paid for his whole rehab stay there. I mean, he's still there, but you know, I don't know. I just wish they did get recognized more for that than anything else, because then at least they know that, you know, they always, no matter how, you know, what the situation is and how you left and everything, they're still willing to at least try to get you well and better, which is, I really appreciate that though. So, you know, let's see. Hopefully, you know, I hope he stays true. I'd like to see him back in the ring. I had shows with Justin Credible a few times. So,
Well,
right.
is he really like happy about the wellness policy, or is he just trying to get back up in the
He, even with the shows that I did with him, he drank, but he never drank to get drunk. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he was okay.
Yeah.
He wasn't, you know, but hey, if he felt that he had a problem and he went and WWE put it on their dime, good for them.
But you know, nothing for nothing is
Nothing for nothing is
means
nothing.
You gotta have something. No, anyway, working in the medical field, we know a lot of, and we've dealt with a lot of people who are functioning drunks.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
So, yeah, he might have had a beer or two, but you don't know how many he had in the car.
Yeah, that's
or
true.
maybe that's what he needed just to get motivated.
Yeah.
So, just because you're an alcoholic or a druggie doesn't mean that they don't need help.
Right. Yeah, you're right. I guess you're right.
Shut up, Rick.
I mean, I'm just also druggie is a scientific term that we're using. Yeah.
Well, you know, there's a lot of scientific terms that I use.
Tony, tell me some rumors, brother.
All right, rumors. Neville is reportedly coming back to the WWE, possibly after SummerSlam or maybe at SummerSlam. Hence,
Next year.
Yeah. The WWE did not let Neville's contract expire, or they didn't release him out of his contract early. So maybe he just needed a break like Nia Jax did. Yeah. No? Is anybody happy about that? I am. I would love to see Neville versus Pete Dunne.
Yeah, I want Neville back.
I would love to see
Neville
that.
on the main roster.
Yeah, that too. But
Yeah, well, you know,
I think Pete
get
Dunne
rid of
needs to be-
Enzo Amore and keep Neville.
No, I think they need to keep Enzo Amore where he's at. He's getting way too much heat right now. Keep him over there.
Fuck that.
Jeez, what the fuck? Wow! Jesus! What is going on here?
You better bleep that.
Yeah, that thing. I might have to. Jesus Christ. Jesus, man. What's going on here? All right. So now Jason Jordan may possibly turn heel and may cost the Raw team the match on Survivor Series.
Good.
The rumor is that he may interfere with either Triple H or Kurt Angle. You know?
Wait, didn't somebody say that last week?
No, I didn't hear it. No,
I did.
Oh.
no, nobody said it.
I
damn it.
said it.
I'm pretty sure I said that.
No, it was me.
All right, so that's all the rumors I got. All right, what do you got for injury?
About 29,000 people are gonna feel heartbroken because the third wheel, Rick Serrano III, will get his third title reign come this Sunday at the pay-per-view Viewpoint Game Survivor Series.
Thanks, Miguel. You
Wow.
deserve it.
Clap, clap, clap.
You deserve it.
Bingo!
Alrighty, so let's go on to our notes. Alright, very, very quickly because we got a lot to do here. Raw opened up with Stephanie McMahon chastising Kurt Angle, demanding Shane McMahon's head on a plate. And yeah, I know, right? And threatening to fire Kurt Angle. Before being interrupted, the Shield came out. So, cool. Yay. No hype for that? Really?
No.
No.
Oh, you guys suck.
No, I'm not a mark. And a mark is some terms that the wrestling got insiders use, and I'm an insider now. I'm not a mark. I was booing Roman last month, and I'm gonna boo him even more now.
Jeez.
Because,
Actually, you know what? He did sounded better on the mic, though.
He did.
Believe that. No,
Rick, stop being such a hater.
I'm not a phony though.
But you're a hater. You are a hater. He wasn't being
puts on a
phony.
Shield shirt, and all sounds supposed to be like, "Oh my God, that was great!" Like, yo, the crowd, you're a bunch of phony, son. You guys are playing yourselves. They were chanting for Roman like he's never been chanted for before.
No, they haven't.
It was crazy. I was like, what? My wife was like, oh, so now all of a sudden everybody wants to cheer for Roman? Because she fantasizes about Roman, and I gotta act like, ooh, at night.
Yeah.
That's a whole other story.
That's gross.
Wow. Alrighty then. Do you call it the triple power bomb too, right?
The Superman.
It's a triple something, but ain't no problem.
Jesus Christ. Way too much info.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
TMI.
Listen,
You know your mother listens to this, right?
Oh, shoot, that's right. You know your mom listens to the show, right?
Mom, I'm not a virgin anymore. Wait, can I take that back? I'm sorry, Mama. I'm a virgin.
She gonna take the chocolate and
Right?
hit you in the head.
All right, so basically they challenged, what it ended up happening was they ended up challenging the New Day at Survivor Series, and obviously that I knew that was coming. So that's that. So up next, it was a triple threat match. Bayley versus Mickie James versus Dana Brooke finally makes an appearance. And whoever wins that was going to be part of the Raw Women's team. The match is okay, I guess. I like the new attitude with Dana Brooke, though. I mean, that took a lot of balls for her.
It's the best we've seen, I think.
Huh?
I think it's the best we've seen her.
Yeah.
In the ring and the way she was acting.
Well, they put her in a lot of house shows so that way she can continue to get better, and it shows. That's a lot different Dana Brooke than what we saw before. So I give her credit on that. Still did the job, though, because Bayley ended up winning. I thought for a hot second, though, I thought Mickie James was going to end up taking this one.
I knew it was gonna be Bayley. I'm sorry
Really?
to say because WWE likes to leak photos. Okay. And there was a photo on the gram.
On the gram. Okay.
That had all the girls together from Raw, and they said the women's WWE, Raw women's. These are the women who are going to be against the SmackDown. And when I seeing that picture, I was like really disappointed because I didn't want to know ahead of time that it was going to be Bayley.
Oh, they did it before. You said.
Before.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Spoiler alert!
Oh, there it is. Oh, shit. There it is.
And on the gram, all I'm looking at is the pictures. I don't want to see the freaking title. Come on, WWE.
Okay.
Stop with the spoilers.
Well, they got me because I thought Paige was returning, and they made it seem like Paige was coming back.
Yeah. And again, that was also on the gram.
That was on
picture
the.
of Paige.
But the thing was, it didn't say. They said she was returning, but they didn't say she was gonna wrestle.
After what happened on SmackDown, she might be returning at the Survivor Series.
If you gave me 2 more seconds, I would have sent it myself.
Oh, no! Wow!
that feels, huh?
All right. Yeah. Wow. Okay, I guess I'm still gonna keep saying it though. So anyway, Bailey wins. So she's part of the team now. Good for her.
Good for her.
Yay! So up next,
I want a hug.
Up next, it was Enzo Amore and Drew Gulak versus Kalisto and Akira Tozawa. I don't know what they're doing with Kalisto and Akira Tozawa. They were trying to do something there. Didn't work. They ended up losing to Enzo Amore and Drew Gulak.
I want to say goulash.
Goulash, I know, right? I'm hungry now. Be right back. So anyway, so up next, it was Miz TV. Another genius promo by the Miz. His special guest was The Bar. Adding hype to the 6-man tag later on that night. Then it was Jason Jordan versus Bray Wyatt, the returning Bray Wyatt. Yay!
Yay!
No, nothing.
The match was phenomenal.
Was it?
Yeah.
You liked it?
Yes, I like the match. Because JJ got his ass whooped. He got fucked up.
Jesus Christ.
He did.
So, okay, sure.
But he also beat Bray Wyatt, which is like, why?
Yeah, that pissed me off. Jason Jordan ended up with the win, but Bray Wyatt messed him up.
He fucked him up bad. I was dying. I was like, keep fucking him up.
So,
which is why I was like, oh yeah, Bray Wyatt, he's gonna be on the team now.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, me too. But
yeah, we'll talk about it in a minute. Then it was the Paul Heyman and Brock Lesnar promo. Got interrupted because someone proposed in the crowd, and the crowd chanted, "She said yes, she said," whatever the hell they said. Now I'm gonna say this one thing. I don't know if it was cute or they planned it right, but you don't do it during the Paul Heyman promo. I'm sorry, you just don't. You know, I was like, but then of course Paul Heyman gets the last laugh out of it. So, but he was pretty much after that stupid shit. Paul Heyman was putting over AJ Styles, but he said Brock Lesnar would defeat him at Survivor Series.
I'm gonna just throw my little POV in there.
You do that.
If you're gonna do something like that, that is the perfect time to do it. Because what is Paul Heyman gonna say? My client, Brock Lesnar, undisputed heavyweight champion, same crap every single week. I was not impressed by his performance at all.
his performance.
He went all theatrical.
I know.
What's the word? I don't know.
Listen, man, it was not impressive. He does the same thing every time.
No.
No.
It was
He
good.
hyped up Samoa Joe. He hyped up AJ Styles. He hyped up other men before. He trashed Jinder Mahal, which he's doing the same promos, guys.
No.
Right, well,
You have to do a video. You have to do a video clips and prove it.
Damn.
all right.
Put me
I
on
will
spot.
put the challenge accepted.
Put a video clip together and then prove it, and then I will say, you know what, Rick, you were, but I'm not gonna say it.
You're gonna do more than that. We're gonna come up with a thing. I'm gonna put a Twitter poll on what Mimi should do for being wrong, and we'll let the fans decide.
Yeah, that sounds. I'd like to see that. Sure. So, all right. So up next, it was the Shield versus the Miz and the Bar. The Shield won, of course. They won the match with a spear and a triple power bomb on the Miz. After that, Jason Jordan begging Kurt Angle not to take him off of the Survivor Series.
Oh my God, this promo was
Daddy?
way too long.
Daddy,
Dad,
please don't take me off.
you know what?
Shut up. Christ. It was stupid.
Hit him with a chancleta.
He sounded like Tony Diaz when he lost his title.
What the
Oh, he did.
Mr. Rick, that was a secret. Come on.
fuck? Christ. kidding.
Interesting.
Yeah, no, shut up. Jesus Christ. So anyway, they're in the ring now, and Kurt Angle is about to announce that he's going to take Jason Jordan off. He's delaying it a little bit. Stephanie McMahon came out. She says, "You better do it now." Why she sounded like Vince McMahon?
She does try so hard to be like her dad.
Yeah. So then she leaves, and as he's about to do it, Triple H's music hit. He comes down, and he says that if you won't make the damn announcement, I will make the announcement. I'm on the team. And he pedigrees Jason Jordan. And
I was happy for that
and
one.
the crowd popped, which is messed up, man.
Yep.
It was like, wow.
That
He's saying nah, 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 hey, hey, hey.
Yeah.
goodbye. Yeah.
Which, you know.
Goodbye.
Goodbye's right.
Wow. All right, haters. So,
But Kurt Angle, bro, first of all, you're like Fat Joe, bro. You leaning back, bro. The dude, yo, you ever see a crackhead? Like, crackheads don't fall over. They're like weeble wobbles.
Those are hair rounds out of weeble wobbles.
He got a lean going. I was like, dude, how are you standing up with that lean? But, dude, the dude just pedigreed your son, and you just sit there like a sucker MC. Like a sucker MC.
yeah. that too.
Bummer.
Yeah, I thought he was gonna jump him though, for real. But when I saw he did nothing, I was like, what the hell? He did nothing. I was like, okay. So I mean, that you heard with my rumors earlier though, with them turning Jason Jordan heel, that might happen.
Yep.
You know, especially when that happened. So up next, it was Finn Balor and Samoa Joe versus Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson. They're continuing to let the club look like shit, and Finn Balor and Samoa Joe won. So that was that. Then on the main event, it was Braun Strowman versus Kane. Ended in a no contest. Braun power slam Kane through the ring, and that was the end of the show. What the hell?
Yo, are we not sick of Braun Strowman doing this in the main events?
Yep.
So
That's
now
what, like
we
the
gotta
third
find
time,
a new
right?
way to destroy the ring. Yeah.
That's the third time that he did that, right?
Yeah, 3 strikes, you're out.
I agree with you. I agree. So that is your Raw. Alright, so we're going to take a quick pause for the cause, and when we come back, we are going to do Mimi Goody's Top 10 for the month of November. I'm going to change it up. Yeah, that's right. We'll be right back.
Oh, Lord.
Love it. Love it, bitches.
Lord.
This is Lucha Underground's Cortez Castro, and you're listening to Wrestling POV Podcast.
And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. It is now time for Mimi Goody's Top 10 Rankings of November. Altered by Rick Serrano III, and now will be altered by Tony Diaz.
Yes.
So, let's just recap my top 10 from last week.
Yes.
So, my top 10 at number 10 was Sami Zayn. At number 9, Kevin Owens. At number 8, Pentagon Dark. At number 7, The Miz. At number 6, Okada. At number 5, Finn Balor. At number 4, Fritz Puma. At number 3, Kenny Omega. At number 2, Hiroshi Tanahashi.
You sound like me.
At number
Holy
1,
shit.
the phenomenal AJ Styles. Tony,
All right.
your turn.
Yes, it is my turn, and you guys will probably get mad at me.
Well, I'm always mad at you anyway, so go ahead.
All right, so for my top 10 for the month of November, the rankings I have is number 10, Baron Corbin. I kept him in there. I think he deserves to be in there. He's been improving a lot. Number 9, I have Kevin Owens at number 9. At number 8, I got Finn Balor. Does he belong in his top 10? Yes. He doesn't need to be that high up in the rankings yet until I want to see more out of him. More like him and Samoa Joe. I thought that match was awesome. Between them two, they need to keep doing stuff like that with him, I think. But he's been improving. He's been improving. At number 7, I got Kenny Omega. To me, honestly, I think that's a low ranking for him. But with the rest of the people I got, I think they just did a little bit better than he did. At number 6, I got Okada. I put him at number 6. Number 5, I put Tanahashi. So I'm not saying the whole thing. So I got him at number 5. Number 4, I have Pentagon Dark. I put Pentagon Dark at number 4. I'm telling you, he's quite the character.
Yes, he is.
Quite the freaking character, man.
Well, he's gonna have time to show off as Lucha Underground got picked up for season.
Yes, I heard.
So
Yeah.
he got time to show off that title.
Yeah. And I think they're gonna use him a lot.
Yep. And I don't think Lucha Underground is going anywhere for a long time.
No, I don't think so either. All right, so at my number 3, I got Prince Puma. He still continued to wrestle, even though he's not. He's officially done with Lucha Underground. He did a few matches over in New Japan, and they were just phenomenal. I mean, the guy is a star, and WWE, you need to bring him in right away, sooner rather than later.
Oh, wait a second! I thought he was a Puma.
Okay. Jesus. So, at my number 2, I have The Miz. The Miz definitely needs to be high up in that ranking. He is carrying Raw on his shoulders. I'm sorry. He's carrying Raw on his shoulders. That's the way a heel's supposed to... There you go. Look at The Miz. Yes.
You is a Miz lover.
So, my number 1 is... You guys, this is where you guys are going to get pissed off. No, I'm just kidding. It's AJ Styles. I think AJ deserves to stay at the number 1 top spot. He just defeated Jinder Mahal. The pop that he receives, it was so surreal, and he definitely deserves
Phenomenal.
to be there.
Yeah, he's phenomenal. 2 months in a row.
But he was number 1 last month?
Yeah, between you guys.
Yeah, he was our number 1.
Damn, so he's still rocking that shit. So there you go. There is my top 10 for the month of November, and I'm sticking to it. I don't care what y'all say.
It's good. It's good. I like it. I like what I see. Baron Corbin. I don't know what you and Mimi are looking at. Maybe it's the hairline that he has that throws you guys off.
Jesus Christ.
But Baron Corbin. At least you got him at number 10. Mimi had him at like number 3.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I
Listen,
he's getting
don't
better.
be hating. Don't be hating.
He's getting better. I really do. He is. He's really getting better. So I gotta give him his props.
listen, if this was a theme song top 10, yeah, let him.
Rick, he's looking for a manager.
But, see, Rick will be like, "Oh yeah, Baron Corbin's number 1."
First of all, Baron Corbin can't afford me. All right.
Oh,
please.
Jesus Christ!
What do you think you are, Rick City or something?
Oh damn!
Baron, if you're listening, seriously, give me a call. All right, guys. So that is Tony Diaz's top 10
And I'm sticking
rankings
to it.
of November.
Yes.
So next week we're gonna have a vote. We're gonna have you guys vote on which one do you think had the best top 10. Was it hashtag Mimi, or is it hashtag Rick, or was it hashtag Tony? It's simple. Hashtag Rick.
Hashtag
But
Mimi.
if you don't know, if you want to pick a loser, then you pick Mimi or Tony. But seriously.
No,
Seriously, pick who you think was the best you have.
But then next week also, Mimi Goody's gonna have her top 10 women's for the month of November.
And if you gave me 2 more seconds, I was going to say it myself.
Oh damn!
Twice in one show.
Right?
Twice in one show. Right?
Right?
Yeah, so Mimi Goody's going to have the top women of November. Should be interesting.
And not stupid.
Damn!
All right, guys. Also, Wrestling POV Podcast is affiliated with the Collar and Elbow brand. So go to collarandelbowbrand.com and use promo code WPOV to get yourself 10% off of your final purchase. Check out the fall line. They got hats. They got shirts. They got underwear, apparently, Mimi said. But check it out. Use the promo code WPOV and save yourself 10%.
Jeez.
Ladies and germs, it is now time for the SmackDown
Breakdown! I knew that was gonna happen. Son of a bitch.
That was a delayed effect.
Very, very much delayed.
All right, so we kick off SmackDown with a recap of what happened on Raw. I don't know why we'd recap it Raw, but that's what we do on SmackDown.
Yeah. That's how you roll.
Daniel Bryan is out in the ring, and he's talking, and he calls out AJ Styles, the WWE champion.
Yeah.
Before Styles can say anything, Bryan says on Raw that champion has his own personal advocate and volunteers to be AJ Styles' advocate for the night.
Yeah.
Not for anything else, but for the night. So, I don't know what that's all about. Anyway.
Yeah, that was ridiculous.
Yeah, it was corny. He's trying to be like Paul Heyman, but it just didn't work for him.
No, it didn't.
I just don't know what he's thinking. He's corny, man. He's a cornball. I don't like it. He needs to stop talking. Stop it, Daniel. You're not funny. Anyway, moving on. Daniel Bryan is basically just trashing Paul Heyman and how AJ Styles is going to beat Brock Lesnar with his heart. You know, that's another thing I want to just say.
What?
You know, why is everybody acting like AJ Styles versus Brock Lesnar is such a shocker? Like, oh my God, he's so much bigger. Dude, Rey Mysterio beat Brock Lesnar. Are we forgetting this?
I think they are.
What the hell?
Well, it's the same way that AJ Styles forgot that he got beat by Jinder Mahal.
That's true.
That is
Wow.
true. Wow.
All right, good.
Yeah. Okay,
That just stopped that rant.
Right?
Well, is it going to take, 45 minutes? Like the first 45 minutes of SmackDown?
What you talking about?
Yeah.
Rick's rant.
Oh, damn. Wow. All right, sure.
All right, yeah. Hater alert.
Wow. Beyond.
AJ Styles backstage runs into Jinder Mahal, who tells AJ after Lesnar rips him apart, the modern day Maharaja is coming for the WWE Championship. So Jinder Mahal, champion for 6 months, not going to be on Survivor Series.
No.
Okay.
No. He might interfere.
Maybe.
Might interfere.
But no.
I'm just saying. Damn. Should be
Next up, we had Baron Corbin versus Sin Cara for the U.S. title. This match was pretty good. I gotta say, it was pretty good. Baron Corbin, of course, ends up winning. He will be facing The Miz at Survivor Series. So that is definitely what we all wanted.
Yes.
Then I'm confused why they decided to air the Kurt Angle Stephanie McMahon segment from Raw. I don't understand it.
I don't either.
Like, that's a Raw story. Jason Jordan is a Raw story. It has nothing to do with SmackDown. I mean, unless Triple H is fighting. Yay. That's 5 minutes of Raw. Come on.
Yep.
That was 45 minutes of Raw.
Then we had the women's title match, Natalya versus Charlotte. They're in North Carolina. Charlotte has to win, right?
Yeah.
Charlotte wins. She beats Natalya again.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, please. I've seen the photos. Charlotte ends up winning, and she celebrates, talking about how her dad, who is at a retirement home watching,
Jesus.
that right there is my little girl. And then all of a sudden, a miracle happens. Ric Flair shows up, and he's there and live and in person. He's not a hologram because she hugged him, and he was there.
Yeah, he was.
See, I'm glad you acted like that because I wasn't hyped at all, but everybody else was like,
Well,
"Oh my God, Ric Flair was here!"
Well, she was standing at the edge of the freaking ramp, waiting for his music to turn on.
Yeah.
Seriously?
Get an amen.
Yeah.
You know?
Amen.
And then when the music came on, she's just looking around like, oh.
Oh.
Bitch, you knew he was there.
Yeah, they did. Yeah. I mean, when the music hit and then they changed it a little bit, I was like,
come on.
My reaction was exactly like,
Yes, Miguel, you got it right.
thanks.
Yeah,
good timing
okay.
too. But yeah, sure, right on.
All right, and then speaking of Ric Flair, the Ric Flair 30 for 30, I thought it was pretty good. I wish they would have talked about it more, but again, it's ESPN's thing, so it's short. But I thought it was good. I have no complaints other than I wanted more.
Okay, I haven't watched it yet, but I will.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I got that from Curb Your Enthusiasm, by the way, Larry David. Props to you. See what we do here? We give props. When props are earned.
We give the credit where credit's due.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Was Jimmy Uso. Jimmy Uso picks up the win. That was okay.
Yeah,
all right, whatever.
Sure.
Next up, we had the New Day versus Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. This I don't know how I feel about this match.
Yeah, I don't either. I mean, I don't know. To be honest, I really don't. I don't know.
Yeah. Anyway, before I go into how the match ended, I forgot to mention the Bludgeon Brothers are debuting next week.
Oh my God, that was another stupido.
Guys, first of all, I saw their live show entrance. It was pretty good. I like the song. I mean, I'm a song guy, if you haven't noticed. I'm musical. I'm multi-talented.
What? Really?
And now the end is near, and That's just rude.
Wow.
That's just rude.
Yeah.
All right, so the Shield music hits. Oh my God! The Shield! The Shield is coming. The Shield is coming. They're raiding. Guys, come on out. So now Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, the New Day, they're all in the ring waiting for the Shield to come, and then all of a sudden Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn said, "Peace out, Cub Scout. We out this bitch." They ended up leaving it, and the Shield then attacked the New Day. And then all of a sudden, the Usos came out, and then all of a sudden, more people from Raw started coming. They started beating down the SmackDown Live crew. All of a sudden, the Raw women went in Raw. Yeah, they went in Raw. They went in Raw. It was nasty. They went in wearing their Raw T-shirts, and they attacked the SmackDown Live women. Yo, son, why they gotta do my girl Lana like that, son?
I know. Did you see that, man?
They were dragging her, son. Like, Alexa Bliss, really? Like, why you gotta do that?
Because Alexa is a bitch.
Blah, blah, blah.
That's right. She's a bitch.
Wow, like, was Alexa in the room?
I think she was.
All right, well,
shit.
then she would have smacked me in her mouth then.
Oh, no, she wouldn't. She had to jump up first.
Well, she would have to jump that high.
That's true, but
Yeah, you guys are about the same height.
no, taller than she is.
All right, so then they also show Charlotte. She's the last one. Oh, what are they gonna do to you, Charlotte? And I was like, Alexa would have said, boom, smack that mole right off her face.
That's fucked up.
All right. Then all of a sudden, the SmackDown crew came running out. Guys, we're here. The Hype Bros are here. Yeah.
Yep.
Then
Wait,
all of a sudden,
you forgot Ascension too.
Oh, the Ascension. Oh, so thank you.
Jesus.
The Ascension were there, and the Hype Bros. It was like finally we got the SmackDown's gonna turn this around. And then all of a sudden, Braun's music hit. So predictable. Braun came out and started clearing house. Yo, he sunned my man Shinsuke Nakamura.
He did.
Like, why you gotta do that? Like, you could have saved that for Survivor Series, but you want to ruin things.
Right?
Where was Randy Orton? Where was Rusev?
Where was AJ?
AJ? Where was Jinder?
Where was John Cena?
John Cena, yo, I was telling my wife, I said, all right, so Braun's gonna come out. Braun! And I was like, okay, John Cena's gonna come out. Nothing. I was like, all right. And then my wife was like, "At least you were right about one thing." I was like, "Damn."
Ooh. Oh, she is right.
She is. But then all of a sudden, Kurt Angle comes out. The Shield powerbomb Shane O'Mac. Then all of a sudden, he does the Angle Slam. The thing that pissed me off about this is that Shane keeps trying to get up.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, dude, you just took a Shield bomb. You just took an Angle Slam. You're still trying to get up.
Yeah.
So then,
if honestly,
they do it.
If I was a wrestler and someone did that, especially after I gave them my finisher, I'd nail him one for real. Seriously. Just to have him stay the fuck down. Like, dude, stay the fuck down. You know what I'm saying? But you're right. He got up one too many times. You know? And I'm glad they did what they did. You know?
Yeah, so they did it another time, and he still tried to get it. I'm just like, yo!
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. Sakabo.
Oh, the Sakabos.
So, that is your SmackDown Live. Mm-hmm. It is now time for Raw.
Got the bell there.
Miguel, you wait until I say it's time for Raw versus SmackDown, and then oh my God, Mr. Rick, you do your job and I do mine.
Damn! I think he's gonna give you the smackdown.
Alright, guys, so Raw vs. SmackDown. Raw is ahead 18-13. Every Tuesday after SmackDown on our Twitter page at Wrestling POV, we have a Twitter poll where we have you guys vote which show you thought was better, Raw or SmackDown. That helps us make our decision.
Yes.
So, this week, the fans voted SmackDown 54%.
Oh, wow. Close.
Really?
Yeah. That's real close. So
I have to ask myself this question. Are you guys voting for SmackDown because SmackDown was better? Or are you voting for SmackDown because the Raw people invaded, which will make it more of a Raw thing than a SmackDown thing? You know what I'm saying here?
Yeah, I know what you're saying. All right, Mimi,
so,
which one are you voting for, Mimi? Who are you going for?
I am going for Raw.
Okay.
SmackDown wasted 45 fucking minutes just doing nothing but talking and then showing everything about Raw.
Okay, so Rick, what do you got?
I'm going with SmackDown because SmackDown did not have me falling asleep.
All right, so now we have a bit of a problem here. We got one voted for SmackDown, one voted for Raw. Now, what we're going to do is each of you got 30 seconds to convince me to vote for Raw or SmackDown. Mimi, you go first.
Well, I say that the waste of time showing Raw clips and talking instead of wrestling. There was more wrestling in Raw than there was in SmackDown.
All right, Rick, you got 30 seconds. Convince me why SmackDown.
All right, Braun Strowman was the main event again. You wasted 2 hours and 45 minutes of my time to give me a main event of Braun Strowman versus Kane. Kane is running for mayor, people, and they had Braun Strowman break the goddamn ring again. Let's get over that. Also, what else happened on Raw? I'll wait. SmackDown had 2 title matches at least. And then, you know what? And their invasion wasn't even as good as SmackDown's. That's it.
All right, that was your time up anyway. So now my decision will be, and you know what? I'm going to go against the crowd, number one. Or the fans, number one. Number two, I'm going to go for Raw. Yeah, I'll go for Raw. And the only reason, and I'm going to throw this out there too, the only reason why SmackDown was halfway decent was because Raw was there, so I'm going for Raw. It was done the other way around a few weeks ago, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
All right, so now.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. So now we're switching that bitch right back up. And the only reason why SmackDown was good because Raw was there, so I'm giving it to Raw.
19.
No?
19 up.
Is it 19? Oh, wow.
No, it's 19-13, all right? SmackDown's not even close. I I don't even know what to do.
They still got 3 more months. 4 more months.
Tony,
4 more months.
Tony, I need a pause.
All right, so we'll take a quick pause with the cause. When we come back, we're going to go to NXT War Games, and then we're going to do the Wrestling POV pay-per-view points games, Survivor Series styles. We'll be right back. About the breath.
Hey everybody, Ted DiBiase, the $1 Million Man. Make sure to listen to the Wrestling POV podcast.
All right, people, we are back. Sorry about that crying fest. It's just one of those things. I get emotional about SmackDown losing to Raw every goddamn week. But anyway,
Tell them to do a good damn show.
I'm saying.
You know what, Tony? It would be better if you were just a SmackDown guy, but whatever.
Well, I'm a SmackDown girl and I still went for Raw. What the fuck?
Jesus Christ.
Exactly. What's wrong with you, Mimi?
Wow.
All right, anyway, it is now time for NXT War Games.
That's right. I can't wait for this one, man. I'm psyched about it. I talked to Rick earlier, and he was just like, I'm not. I was like, really? And he goes, yeah, really. And I said, really? He goes, yeah, really. And that was all the conversation. But anyway.
All right. Really? Seriously?
Yeah, shut up. All right, so real quick, we're going to go over the card. There's no points on this one, obviously. We're just going to give our predictions. That's it.
All right.
This is a warm-up. This is going to be the warm-up match, all right? So,
Yes, sir.
NXT TakeOver War Games. The first match I got on the card is Lars Sullivan versus Cassius Ohno. Mimi, who you going for in this one?
Cassius Ohno.
I agree with that. Cassius Ohno. Rick?
Oh no, it's gonna be Lars, definitely.
Oh damn.
Cassius Ohno is over the edge, man. I'm over him.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Cassius Ohno, but I just think, I don't know. Yeah, Cassius Ohno. Yeah, why not? All right, so the next match is Aleister Black versus the Velveteen Dream, Patrick. Rick, who you got on this one?
I mean, I will bet my whole testicle sack on Aleister Black.
Jesus.
I mean,
Jesus, man.
Testicles
no
don't have
way.
fat. It's just skin and balls.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
well, I have a special condition.
Oh.
Thanks for announcing it.
Wow. What the hell's going on here?
Embarrassing.
It's called a hernia.
All right, so you go. Jesus Christ. All right, so you're going with Aleister Black. I agree with you. I'm going with Aleister Black.
I'm going with Patrick Velveteen Dream.
And you're nasty. So
That's why he never wins.
Exactly. Right? All right. Yeah, no, screw Patrick. It sounds like I'm watching SpongeBob.
I know, right? All right, go ahead.
So, I haven't watched him in years. So. All right, so then up next, it is the Undisputed Era versus Sanity versus Authors of Pain and Roderick Strong in the War Games match. I'm going to go with the Authors of Pain and Roderick Strong. You can't, well, Jesus Christ, but then they are going up against Sanity.
Yeah.
And the Undisputed Era, too. You know what? I'm going to change it. Next that. I'm going with the Undisputed Era. Mimi.
I'm going with the Sanity team.
With the Sanity? Mm-hmm. Okay, go with the Sanity. All right,
I should go against both of you and just pick Authors of Pain just to be funny, but no. Undisputed Era is definitely going to win this match.
Alrighty then. Yeah, I think so too. Yeah.
Yeah.
So up next we have for the NXT Women's Championship, Kairi Sane versus Peyton Royce versus Ember Moon versus Nikki Cross for the women's title. Mimi, who you got on this one?
This one is a little hard one because Ember Moon is the shit.
Yeah.
And then you got Nikki Cross, who's the shitter. But that doesn't sound like that doesn't sound right.
She's the shitter?
Yeah,
Nice.
she's better than I don't know. I'm gonna stick with Ember Moon because I think Ember Moon deserves it. So I'm gonna go with Ember Moon.
Okay. Rick.
I mean, if I pick anybody other than Ember Moon, then you can take my nutsack. You know what I'm saying?
I don't want that fatty thing.
What? Ew. Ow.
Yeah, it is.
Wow.
Ember Moon.
Holy shit. This is getting out of hand now.
Just
That's
nasty.
just nasty. We gave me 2 more seconds. I want to set up myself. I gotcha.
No.
No, was it? Yeah, I say it was. All right, so then up next, it was Drew McIntyre. It's going to be Drew McIntyre versus Cien Almas for the NXT Championship. Rick, who you got?
This kid, it's Drew McIntyre. That's it. I'm not gonna talk about anything else.
I agree. Drew McIntyre is going to win it. Mimi Goody?
Yeah, I think Drew's gonna win it. I still want Cien Almas.
Okay. All right, so that is your
All right.
NXT takeover.
Yeah, NXT Takeover board games, because that's exactly what I'm going to be.
Jesus, Rick, give him a shot, will you?
Nah. All right, guys. It's going to be a busy weekend. I mean, 3 hours there, 3 hours Survivor Series, 3 hours Raw. It's like crazy. All right, speaking of crazy, guys, I told you earlier in the show, I was excited about Jack Swagger going to Bellator because I recently went to a Bellator event, and ladies and gentlemen, you want to talk about boring? This crowd was so boring. And listen, Randy Couture was there. I met him. He signed my little bobblehead. I was so excited. I was like, yes, guys, we're going to see some MMA fighting. And it was going to be exciting. But I got to my seat, and it was silence. Like, to the point where I was screaming, and the echo was hitting me in my face because it was bouncing off the wall on the other side of the stadium. I'm not going to name the school, but Penn State. It was terrible. Terrible crowd. Guys, you got to do better. Do better, honey.
Whoa.
Damn, he threw out the honey.
Jesus.
The best part of this show had to be our next guest. This dude was hilarious. He was there. He saw me screaming. He was just like, dude, just keep doing it, bro. You got it, man. I support you. I'm with you, brother. And I was, listen, the man's name is Ant, the Liberated from the DC area. Ant, welcome to the show. You're going to play your first ever pay-per-view points game.
Ooh.
Welcome, brother.
I am truly honored to be part of this episode. Truly honored to have built a relationship with the Wrestling POV family. And as a result of everything that took place at Penn State, we created our own hashtag Do Better Penn State, because that audience, that crowd was atrocious. They did not do that card justice. It was a hell of a card. And for that crowd to be that flat as if we were watching a PGA tour, it was insulting, to say the least.
Oh, wow.
It was just terrible. I mean, the fights were amazing. They had one decision. And the thing is, they had two hometown guys from Penn State, Phil Davis and Ed Ruth. And Phil Davis's fight was exactly what he said. PGA Tour. I was promoting the damn show because it was just silence.
Wow.
But I met Ant there. Ant was there cheering with me. We both lost our voices. It lasted for like a week. But so Ant is with us now. Ant also, listen, this is why I love the guy. He also has beef with one of our biggest rivals, Taz.
Really? I gotta hear this story. Ant, go ahead and tell the story.
Okay, so a year ago, I was listening to Taz's podcast by way of iTunes, and I don't even know what segued to this, but there was a mentioning of Harriet Tubman. So Taz comes out of his face and says, Harriet Tubman, who is he? H-E. Whoa, wait a minute. Okay.
What?
So it may be possible that someone that is a U.S. citizen may not know who Harriet Tubman is. Right. That may be possible. I mean, although I have a hard time fathoming that, but my issue is, the name Harriet is a woman's name.
Right.
How dare you be disrespectful and then follow up by saying, who is he?
Wow.
I mean, an absolute asshole about it. And I said, you know what? You lost me as a fan, Taz. I'm done with you.
Wow. Really?
Yeah.
Holy shit. Well, he's very disrespectful, and we had a fan that was a fan of his come on our show because he thought that fan was being disrespectful to him. What was his name, Rick? Do you remember?
Miguel Colon.
Yeah, Miguel Colon from Puerto Rico,
okay.
And he did the same thing to him. He was just very disrespectful, and he didn't even say anything disrespectful to him because I went back and I listened to it. He's a prick. Put it that way. He's just a prick, an asshole.
He's a 5-foot piece of doo-doo.
Damn.
And from what I've heard from previous episodes, he's a show idea stealing prick.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you.
And he stole a lot from us, and it's not giving us credit. And the thing of it is, when we confronted him on it, he blocked us.
Of course.
So I was just like, seriously? Really? All right. But we're going to get him back. So, all right. So let's go on to the Wrestling POV Survivor Series pay-per-view. I couldn't even say that right. Jesus Christ. Let's start all over.
2017.
What? You bet.
I said the Survivor Series
No.
Pay-per-view.
Let me say it, damn it.
All right.
It's,
Hurry up, you take it too long.
it's the Wrestling POV Survivor Series pay-per-view points game. I said it there. Ah!
2017.
All right, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Bingo.
All right, so a quick review of how the game works. Each match is considered 5 points, but there is five matches, Rick?
5.
There are 5 matches that are 10 points each.
First time ever, people.
Now, just to make things clear, there's a lot of champion versus champion matches. So the 10 points that I figured I could use would be the ones that would be a little bit difficult to pick. So that's why. So if you're wondering why, like the cruiserweight's not a 10-pointer, is because it's kind of, in my opinion, I just think it's an easy pick. I might be wrong, but who knows? But either way, you have up to 5 points to bet on the match. If you want to bet the whole thing and because you're that confident, go ahead. But you got to remember, if that person loses, you lose those points. If the person wins, you gain those points. So the thing of it is that you have to wager your points responsibly. I know it sounds like a drinking commercial, right? Drink responsibly. So, because the last game that we had, the one guy, he went with the Shield, and I think everybody went with the Shield that day, but he had a vote against him because he bet the least points. Matt Novak, he had a perfect score, but he didn't wager enough points. So that's why this game is very, very tricky on how you wager your points. You can, it can hurt you or it can help you. I don't know which one.
It can win you the championship like Cousin Jay, where he put 5 points and 10 points on all of his matches, and he got a perfect score, and now he's our current champion.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cousin Jay, people.
And you put the blonde wig on him, too. Jesus Christ.
Cousin Jay.
All right, so let's get started. Now, these are not in order. If by chance, if they add another match to it, if we can get it before 5 o'clock, then we're going to do it. We'll add that match on. If not, we're just going to omit it. And and the other special thing about it is that we are going to do a traditional Survivor Series where if we have enough people, which I'm pretty sure we will, we're going to separate in groups of 4. Myself, Rick, Mimi, and Miguel Cole. If by some chance we have an odd number, then it'll just be between Rick, Mimi, and myself. And we're going to draw names out of a hat. We're going to do a Facebook Live, and we're going to draw names out of a hat. And whatever team that I have, and Mimi has, and Rick, whoever has the most points will gain an additional 5 points to their individual score. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, it's a lot. I know, but it's worth it because 5 points can, like I said, it can either help you or hurt you. Well, no, in this case, it'll help
win you.
There's 5 points will win you.
All right, so with that being said, let's get on to the first match that I have here. It is for the Cruiserweight Championship, Enzo Amore versus Kalisto. This is only 5 points. Rick, I have you down as going first from my little anime or app here. So you going first, my friend.
Okay. Well, as a 2-time champ, I'm honored to go first.
Oh, Jesus.
Okay, so I'm going to go with Enzo Amore. 1 point. I don't know who's going to win this.
Really?
I'm going low. I'm going 1 point, Enzo Amore.
Holy shit. All right, well, I'm going with Enzo 5 points. I think that they're going to keep it on him. And to be bouncing back and forth with that belt, they're not going to do that between him and Kalisto. So, Mimi Goody, who you got?
As much as I hate him, I'm going to go Enzo Amore, 5 points.
Alrighty. So, Ant, who do you got? This is your first time playing. Play responsibly, my friend.
All right, first time playing, I'm taking Enzo with all 5 points. I think the marketing machine is hooked up to Enzo up until Pete Dunne becomes official and he eventually challenges for that belt.
Yeah, we mentioned that earlier, too.
Yeah, he must have been listening to us.
Yeah, he did say that. Okay, so up next, and it's like I said, these are not in order, but this is the order that we got. So up next is the women's elimination. On Raw is Alicia Fox, Nia Jax, Asuka, Sasha Banks, and Bayley versus Becky Lynch, Naomi, Carmella, Tamina Snuka, and there is a 5th that we're not sure of yet. I'm thinking it's going to be a return of Paige, but with Asuka being on Raw, I'm going with Team Raw for the women's all 5. I'm betting all 5 points. They cannot have Asuka lose unless it's like a count out, which I don't even think they're going to do that. Mimi Goody, who you got?
I am going Asuka 4 points, and I agree with you. She cannot lose.
Okay, Rick Serrano.
All right, I'm gonna have. See, you just reminded me of something. Listen, Team Raw has 2 women who barely have gotten pinned. Asuka's never been pinned, and Nia's been pinned once.
Yeah.
So how are you gonna disqualify them and count them out? 2 people on one team? I don't think so.
True.
So I'm gonna have to go with Team Raw. Hopefully Paige doesn't make a return.
I think
Hopefully
so.
Natalya fills that spot. Because if she returns and you have her lose, it's not going to be good. So Team Raw, I'm going to play it safe. I'm going to go 3 points, Team Raw.
Oh, wow. All right, Ant, who you got on this one?
I'm taking Team Raw, and I'm going to go 4 points.
Oh, already. So, sweet. Everybody went on Raw. Nobody's SmackDown, huh?
No.
All right, so up next, it's the tag team champions. On Raw is The Bar versus SmackDown's The Usos. This one is a 10-pointer. Okay? I went first. Oh, so Mimi, you go. Who you got on this one?
Ooh, so
Sounded just like them.
I know, right?
All right, so Uso, how many points?
8 points.
8 points. All right, Rick Serrano, who do you got?
I'm going to have to go for the Uso Penitentiary, 10 points.
Wow. All right, Ant, who you got on this one?
I'm going New Day.
New Day.
I'm going New Day.
No, it's The
and
Bar.
I'm
You got
wrong match.
the wrong match.
This is The Bar versus
Sorry. My fault.
the Bar versus the Usos. This is a 10-pointer.
I'm going Usos. I'm going Usos with 8.
Usos with 8 points.
All right.
All right, so I'm going Usos 7 points.
Okay. Listen, guys, just because I'm a 2-time champ doesn't mean you have to copy everything I'm doing. I'm just saying.
I said it first.
Oh my God, Jesus! All right, so up next it's the mid-card championship, I guess you can call it. On Raw, it's The Miz. He is the IC champ versus Baron Corbin. And SmackDown, he is the US champ. And you got the first one on this one. This one is worth 10 points.
This was worth 10.
Yeah.
I'm going to get gutsy, and I'm going to put all 10 of my points on Miz.
Wow, really?
Wow.
You look at that paper?
I think to me, he is arguably the best heel in the company.
Ah.
I don't think you kill his momentum with Baron Corbin just yet. I mean, they're trying to build Baron Corbin up to be something, but I don't think he's there just yet to stifle Miz's momentum.
Mm-hmm. See? Somebody's on my side. Shoot. They give me a lot of shit for talking about the Miz.
It's because this guy hated the Miz for years, and now all of a sudden he's a Miz.
I did. I'm not gonna lie. I did hate the Miz. I couldn't stand him.
I think it was because Maurice.
Well, I think we need to check our bloodline because once upon a time, I hated the Miz.
Oh, damn.
And you guys just started to love him because of Maurice, because she always says, my husband.
That was when he was on SmackDown.
A husband.
That had nothing to do with her.
Yeah,
Nothing.
it had everything.
It's
It's the boobies. It's the boobies with the husband.
So what? Yeah, I can look. Yeah, I said it. So, but my thing is that he is carrying Raw right now.
You guys are a bunch of Miz lovers.
Oh, shut up. Anyways, I'm going for the Miz 10 points. That's how I roll. All right, Mimi Goody, who you got?
I'm going for the Miz 8 points.
You dork. All right, so Rick, who you got on this one?
I'm gonna go with. I want to pick Baron Corbin so bad. You don't
I do
understand.
too, but I know.
Baron Corbin, 6 points. God damn it!
Did you forget he's going to have the Miztourage with him?
Yes, Baron Corbin.
Still, Rick?
Yeah.
All right, sure. All right, so up next I got for the these are the women's champion, Alexa Bliss for Raw and Charlotte Flair for SmackDown. This is another 10-pointer. Rick, who you got?
I am going with Charlotte at 10 points.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, come on. You think Alexa Bliss is gonna win after Charlotte just won? Come on.
Yeah, I'm going for Alexa, and I'm putting 8 points on it.
Oh, Tony Diaz, former champion.
Yes.
You did, yeah.
One-time champion.
What? Shut
Yeah,
up.
one time.
Yeah, at least I won it there, Mimi. All right, Mimi, who you got?
I got Charlotte 10 points because I don't turn back on my girl.
Shit. Well, I'm a Charlotte fan.
You turning back on you freaking going with the fucking Miz and now you turning it back on Charlotte?
Yeah. Well, you know what? Okay, fine. I'm turning heel then.
Tony's a mark. He's marking out.
He's marking out. Pa carajo te va.
Whoa! You went all the Spanglish there.
With the Espanol.
You can't be talking that Rikini stuff on this show.
Anthony.
No.
Ant.
All right, so Ant, who you got on this one? Alexa Bliss or Charlotte Flair? This is a 10-pointer.
With Charlotte just winning, plus, Ric Flair avoiding, kicking out of death once again, all of the momentum is with the Flair family. So I'm going Charlotte and I'm putting in 10.
Wow. Okay. All right. Everybody wait except for me. What the hell's going on? All right, up next it is for Raw, The Shield versus The New Day. This one's only 5 points. I'm going with The Shield, and I'm betting all 5 points. This is technically their first time together again on a pay-per-view, and they can't lose. Yeah, so I'm going with The Shield 5 points. Mimi, who you got?
The Shield 5 points. I agree with you on that one.
Righty. Rick, who you got on this one?
I'm going with The New Day because, guys, The Shield is not sticking together for a long time. I feel like Ambrose is turning real soon. So I'm going with The New Day. Give me 3 points on The New Day, Bobby.
All right, Ant, who you got on this one?
I'm going Shield with all of my points.
Oh, wow.
First match together since the reunion.
Yeah.
I don't think you can bet against that.
That's true. Yeah. So now the main event, the world champs, the Universal Champion for Raw, Brock Lesnar versus AJ Styles. He's the WWE Champion. This one is 10 points. Mimi, who you got on this one?
You said the Brock Lesnar versus AJ?
Yeah, the Brock Lesnar's.
Okay. I'm going with AJ 8 points.
What? Really?
Yeah. Wow.
Interesting.
And it's not stupid because AJ is the man.
Oh, damn.
Because he's phenomenal.
I guess you told me off.
Mm-hmm. Even though he got a hockey bounce haircut. Shut up, Rick.
All right, Rick, who you got on this one?
With that being said, I'm going with the phenomenal AJ Styles.
Really?
How many points?
Yes.
How many points?
10 points. 10 points. Because you know what? I'm answering this question with my heart. It's 100% my heart. AJ, you gotta win, brother. You're the best in the world.
Interesting.
Ooh. You went the same way.
Stupid.
You went the same way.
But he pointed 10 point. He went.
He pointed?
Yeah, he pointed with his ting. But 10 points.
Pointing ting. What the hell are you talking about?
Hey, put those ting-tings away, guys.
Yeah, put the ting-tings away, please. Shoot. Wow. Mm-hmm. Something wrong with this show.
Uh-huh.
All right, Ant, who you got on this one?
I'm going AJ and I'm going all 10 points as well.
Really?
There we go. And the liberated, ladies and gentlemen.
But let me tell you something. I got nothing against AJ. AJ is my favorite.
But you just said you're going heels.
In my eye,
I
just said I'm going heels.
So
I'm going Brock 10 points. I think Brock is going to take it. And trust me, I am a big AJ Styles fan. He can do no wrong in my eyes. Nothing.
Apparently, lose to Brock Lesnar.
But he's going to lose to Brock Lesnar.
And why are you picking AJ, Ant?
What was that?
Ant, why are you picking AJ? I want to know why Ant is picking AJ.
For personal reasons, I'm tired of the whole Brock part-timing thing. You know what I mean? It's become a little stale at this point. And for business reasons, I don't know. I guess I'm hoping that the bookers will be willing to do something out of the norm. I mean, we know what Suplex City is. We've seen them run roughshod over guys like your Randy Ortons and your Big Shows and, various opponents that he's faced, John Cena, whoever. Like, it would be an absolute jaw-dropping moment for AJ to get that win, and I'm hoping that the booking team goes with that. So I'm just going on hope more than anything.
That's why you're the man, Ant, and that's why you had to have come on this show because you're the man. So guys, that is our pay-per-view point game.
No, wait, you got one more.
Points.
Sorry.
Oh, it's not one more.
Yeah, we got one more.
One more.
It is
okay.
The men's Raw versus the SmackDown men's. And this one is 10 points. And this one, this is the other main event. My bad.
Yeah, you forgot one main event. And I am going to go first.
No, you're not.
Yes, I is.
No, because I got an order sheet here.
Oh,
yeah, that's right. You do go first, though.
So, see? I'm gonna go with Raw.
Okay, how many points?
10 points.
Wow. All right, Rick.
Again, this is that thing where Braun Strowman's never been pinned, so obviously Kane is gonna interfere or something. This is one of the hardest ones because you got a bunch of guys that don't like to get pinned. John Cena, Kurt Angle, Triple H. It's just like what you know that Shinsuke Nakamura is the youngest guy on this at all 10. He's 37 years old, people.
Yeah.
37 years old. The youngest one out of all 10.
And he'll be the first one to be pinned.
He better not be.
Yo, it's gonna be Bobby Roode, but also this is the geriatric Survivor Series, guys. So you want to talk about old school? This is very old school. I am going with God. I don't want to say this, but I have to. Gotta go with Team Raw. I'm gonna go 10 points, Team Raw. God damn.
All right, and who you got on this one? Team Raw men or the Team SmackDown men? 10 points.
I'm gonna go with Team SmackDown as a result of some sort of interference, either from Kane or from Kurt Angle's son, quote fingers, Jason Jordan. I think one of those guys is going to play a role in this match, and they're going to, I guess, alter things where SmackDown gets the W. And I'm going 5 points on that.
You going 5?
Yeah, I'm going to go 5.
Yeah.
Okay. It's a 10-pointer, though. You know that, right?
I do.
Oh, okay. Just making sure.
He's right. Listen, man, he's playing it safe.
Okay.
Don't try to mess up my man.
I'm just trying to make sure that he knows that he got 10 points to play around with.
Yeah, he knows. He knows.
But you know what, though? I do agree with him, and that's why it's made this, for my decision, is very, very hard because of the simple fact that Jason Jordan, I think, is going to interfere to cost Team Raw the match because they've been saying his name way too much. You know, Stephanie called him the virus of the group. You know what I'm saying? And then they got some hatred towards him, and I think that's what's going to make him turn, that he's going to feel that he's got something to prove. But he's going to make the mistake and cost Team Raw the match. But then on the other side, you got, I don't know, man. It's just, this one was a really hard pick for me because then, like what Rick said, you got John Cena who don't like to get pinned. You got Randy Orton that don't like to get pinned. But then you also got Triple H that don't like to get pinned either. So that's why this one is a little bit difficult for me to pick. But I think with all the hype, and I still think Jason Jordan's going to interfere, but I don't think it's going to cost Raw. Even though it's been costing my mind, but I don't think it's going to cost Raw. So I'm going to go with Raw, and I'm going all 10 points. This one, I think it's going to hurt me. But, that's what I'm going to stick to that. I think he is going to interfere, but I don't think it's going to cost Raw. They're going to do some angle. I think what's going to end up happening is if he does interfere, it's just going to cost one person, either Triple H or Kurt Angle. That's it. That's how they're going to get eliminated. So
you're saying they're going to do a Kurt Angle?
Wow! Did you just came up with that by yourself?
Wow!
I sure did just came up with it myself. Some people want to say come up with it myself, but you said came up with it like you a down south brother. You know what I'm saying?
Don't be hating.
Hey,
don't be hating.
His big point band.
You can't even talk today.
I can't even freaking talk. Put on his big point.
The third here, people, with my 2 title reigns around my shoulders. About to make it a third. That, my friends, is the end of the pay-per-view points game picks. We made our picks with our special guests and deliberated and let the people know where we can hear more of you and where we can find you on social media, brother.
Well, on social media, we can be found both on Twitter and Instagram at RIB Radio 2017. The name of the show is Run It Back Radio. We can also be found on Facebook. Just search Run It Back Radio. And right now, our actual shows are on hold because we're moving into a brand new studio. So once we get our adjustments situated and we're all squared away and we're all set, then we'll be back on air in the form of WBGR Sports Network. Please look them up on Facebook because they live stream our podcast. That's once again, it is WBGR. And if I could just plug something real quick.
Go ahead.
If you are ever in the Washington, D.C., Baltimore, Maryland area and you want a place where you can go to watch pay-per-views and enjoy some good eats, look no further than Jimmy's Seafood, a.k.a. The Famous. I will be in the building this Sunday for Survivor Series. There will be wrestling trivia. Tommy Dreamer is going to be in the building. Like, it's going to be like a star-studded event. And it's free of charge. No cover charge. You just come in, you eat, partake in the trivia, have a blast, drinks, a DJ will be spinning. Like, Jimmy's is the spot. If you guys are ever in the DC area for the weekend of a WWE pay-per-view, I say we all get together as one big family and hit Jimmy's and just make it happen.
Sounds
I'll
like
tell you what, I'm gonna take you up on that one of these days. I'm gonna jump on that bus and take my ass down to Baltimore, and we're gonna have some good time down there. Listen, brother, thank you so much. At the Liberated, ladies and gentlemen, appreciate having you on the show. It's a fun guy to hang out with.
It's a lot of fun.
You want
Thanks
to
for
be
being on the
around
show.
them, man.
Definitely.
All right. All right.
All right,
So,
folks, take care.
all right, man. All right. So, with all that being said, I think that's the end of our show.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think so.
All right. Yeah. Sure. Why not? All right. I am your host, Tony Diaz, along with
Mimi Goody.
and the third wheel
Rick Serrano III
and our intern.
Miguel Cole. Adios.
Love, peace, and wrestling with the new WPOV champion. That's gonna be me. I'm gonna be a two-time. All right. Don't laugh. It's true. We'll see you next week.
It's damn true.
Peace out.
Good night, everybody!
Alrighty then.
So, guys, you're gonna lose. I'm just gonna put it out there.
No, I'm confident on this one this time.
First of all, my team is gonna win,
No.
and they're gonna be happy with me because I'm gonna hold the belt representing my team. But they're gonna be happy because their captain won.
Yeah. Did you guys pick a name for yourselves yet?
Well, I think for Mimi, I think she needs to be the team GTFOH.
I'm not.
Yeah.
No. I think it should be Team Dillagaff.
Dillagaff? Does it look like I give a fuck?
Yep.
Oh,
All right, Rick, you
that's
pick the
a-
name?
I'm going with Team Body Bag.
Team Body Bag. You know what? I'm gonna go with Team Love, Peace, and Wrestling.
Oh, so nice.
I might change it by then.
All right, Miguel, what about you?
Oh yeah, where's Miguel?
Oh my goodness! I have so many ideas. But you know what I'm gonna go with? I'm gonna go with Team Ryback Rules.